I want to, again, just represent the agricultural part of this bill. Coming from an agricultural district, and also both my husband and I growing up on farms, this is really an important part of the economy that we just cannot deny, we cannot forget about it. And as we are pushing forth with our energy bills, of course, we all want clean, carbon-free energy that's affordable, reliable, and safe. But we also want to be making choices that are not negatively impacting our huge industry, which is our agricultural industry. Now, here's the thing. When we are subsidizing the solar in these areas, when we're subsidizing wind, we are taking good, tillable, rich, black farmland out of production. Every acre that we take out of production, that is farmland, is equivalent to 185 bushels of corn. You can Google in Indiana, I just like to use this example because it's very easy to find this, but right now in the United States, the biggest solar farm is going in Indiana. And that is 13,000 acres. 13,000 acres of agricultural land that is coming out of production. And I like numbers, and that acreage, 13,000 acres, is going to fuel energy for 275,000 homes in Indiana. So it's very easy to start to do the math. If 13,000 acres of solar fuels 275,000 homes, and here in Minnesota, we have 2.2 million homes, we can start to see the numbers that we would have tens of thousands of agricultural land that's going to be taken out of production. And that is something, members, that we need to be cognitive of. We need to understand. Also, this is not an all or nothing. We can put solar and we can do wind in other areas. We could legislate that today, and unfortunately, that was turned down. When solar investors are coming into our areas, they are driving up the prices of land. This is driving up the prices of farmers to do business. I've heard members talk about they want to help startup farmers. They want to help that next generation of farmers. And yet, that is not happening by your actions here today. You are not making startup costs for farms affordable for new farmers to get into the business. That's not happening. When solar investors buy the land, typically they are not local to the area. These are big investors, industrial investors that are buying the land that are most likely even out of state. There also is a cost to the local economy in rural districts, because when you have an acre of land that's being farmed, there's obviously cost that's going towards seed, that's going to fertilizer. And when that farmer has that land, with their profits, they buy locally. They buy tractors, they buy equipment, they buy vehicles, they buy trucks. So the farming industry is much more than that agricultural that I said we're fifth in agriculture. The farmers very much are keeping many of our rural districts in greater Minnesota going. Our schools are open and they are being funded by farmers. When you hurt farmers, and you really are, by putting so much money into subsidizing solar, that we are having huge investors coming and buying our farmland, that is a problem for greater Minnesota. So today I rise again for farmers. I rise today for our agricultural business, our economy, that seems that it's been forgotten. I don't know where the disconnect has come here, but I don't know if it's just a generation. We maybe have to go back to our grandparents, and I would say probably almost everyone in this room, if you went back a couple of generations, grandparents were farming. So I don't know if we have just gone so many years away from people farming that there is a complete disconnect. But everything that you have, everything that you purchase is coming from the land. It is coming from farming or it is coming from mining. And it is disappointing to see that we, as the Minnesota State Legislature, which is supposed to be looking out for the entire state of Minnesota, that we truly are leaving farmers and the future of them out of the equation on this bill. So tonight, even though I have spent the last 14 years of my life trying to promote environmentally friendly practices through my sales business, promoting healthy lives, using less toxic chemicals, that's actually what I do for a living. Tonight, I will be voting against this environmental and energy bill because of the wasteful spending and because we can do much better for Minnesota. Vote no.